Yo, what up, what up, what up? Wally here, bringing you some free-for-all action on Berlin Wall. But before I talk about the map pack, just want to talk about the snow a little bit. I don't know if you guys are from the East Coast or not, but the snow has been crazy. This has been the craziest weather I've ever seen, like any winter that I've lived through. People are just making references to being as bad as, I don't know, it was like the winter of like 78 or something when there was just like a huge blizzard. I might be totally wrong in referencing that. If you know, you can let me know in the comments or whatever. But I mean, this is the worst winter I've ever seen. The snow has been ridiculous. Um, it's just been really a nuisance and almost past the point of a nuisance. I'm a teacher assistant, and the head TA that I work with actually fell, and I think he either sprained his back or like broke something, and he ended up on a morphine drip. So it's not even like it's just a nuisance anymore. It's actually kind of dangerous. But I'm just ready for it to be done and over with. And my mom, I talked to her today, and she said that Phil the groundhog, I believe that's his name. He saw his shadow, or he didn't see a shadow, whichever one means that winter is going to be over sooner. I'm hoping that it is, and I'm hoping that even though that's a ridiculous superstition that doesn't really mean anything, it means something this one time, and we can just get through winter and get on with our lives. And if you cannot relate to me and you're from the West Coast, I hate you. So there we go. That's simple, you know. No, obviously, I'm kidding. I'm just jealous of people who have nice weather all year round, because us in New England, we definitely do not get that luxury. We have to deal with some pretty disgusting winters, but other than that, life's pretty good and things are good, so I can't really complain. So on to the map pack, of course. The reason that most of you are probably watching this video and watching a lot of videos right now on YouTube. Um, I enjoy the map pack, but I'm going to say this. If you're someone who generally doesn't enjoy Black Ops, and I know there are a good number of people out there, I've seen it in my own comments, I've seen it in numerous other comments of other videos, a lot of people think Black Ops is a boring game. It plays too slow, or for whatever reason, they're not a fan of the game. They're not a fan of the mechanics of the game. And if that's the case, and you still have yet to buy the map pack and you're thinking about doing it, from my honest opinion, I would tell you not to buy it because this map pack is not going to change anything about the way Black Ops plays. It's still Black Ops at the end of the day. It's just a different, I guess, cover or whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's just a different map. It's just a different area to run around in, but everything else still plays the same. So if you're generally not a huge fan of the game, I'd say hold off because these map packs are very expensive. I can't really tell you guys about Ascension too much because I haven't gotten a chance to play it, but I've talked to numerous people, a couple friends and stuff like that, and they've all said they've loved it. So if you're a zombie fan, I mean, I'd say it's probably worth it to pick it up because I've heard Ascension's pretty awesome. People are talking about new not abilities but new perks that you can get, I guess. And that seems like it's pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to give it a try. I'm a pretty terrible zombie player though. But as far as these maps go, I enjoy all of them for the most part. The one that you're watching right now, Berlin's probably my least favorite of the four. Um, a lot of people are making comparisons between this map and Rundown from Modern Warfare 2. And I would say that makes sense because they're essentially the same. They have two main sides which are split up on, north south, sorry. And then basically there's just three bridges for you to cross through. And it's pretty much the same thing except in Rundown you have that moat that you can travel through as well. In this map, essentially there's just nothing there. It's like it's a pitfall. I forget who said that, but it was a pretty good way to describe it, so I'm sorry if I stole it. But yeah, basically that's what it is because those areas that are highlighted on the red that you can see in the minimap, those are areas that once you walk into them, you'll immediately be targeted on by turrets, and I'm sure you've seen that already. And people continue, I continue to see people try to run past the turrets, and they continue to fail. I don't know if it's possible to run through the turrets on your own. I don't think it is. I don't think it's possible to dodge the fire. I wouldn't recommend trying it. I don't think you're going to be very successful in doing so. I do know, however, though, it is possible to travel through that area with a smoke grenade. But again, like I really wouldn't recommend it. I think it's a waste of your smoke or a waste of your tactical nade because you can really only make it so far with the smoke, and then you're still probably going to take some damage regardless. And then it's just going to leave you half damage, and it's really not that much faster than just taking one of the three original paths that are designed for you to take anyways. This map, though, is a little bit different from most maps because it's relatively small. But even though it's small, it has a lot of verticality to it, and that kind of makes you play a different style, I guess, when you play this game. The only thing that bothers me with the amount of verticality and buildings that exist on this map is just that it could really help to support some camping gameplay style. which is unfortunate. I mean, I think it's kind of tough to tell right now how this map will be played because, as I'm sure you guys can tell, when you first come into a map pack, uh, truth be told, people are just, they're a little bit more campy than they usually are. A lot of people, when they don't feel comfortable with their surroundings, would much rather hole up in a building, and that's really unfortunate. That actually ruins my flawless right there. But what can you do? I wasn't careful coming around the steps. But like I said, a lot of people, when they're not comfortable with their surroundings, they tend to take the gameplay a lot slower. They're less likely to move around. I guess if there's one more thing I touch on this map, it's on domination. It's pretty interesting. The B flag is pretty difficult to get and then to hold because it's just on this narrow pathway that's surrounded by both areas where the turrets are. So basically, it's just a nade spam spot, and it's a little unfortunate in my opinion because it makes for the gameplay to be a little bit predictable. Whereas when I'm playing a map or a game, I like things to kind of come out of nowhere, things that I can't almost like predict are going to happen. But like when you're playing domination on this game, you know you got to throw flak jacket on because if you got any plans to cap and B, you're going to get hit with a ton of nades. But that's going to do it for this map, and that's going to do it for this commentary. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll make sure to bring you some more maps as soon as I can. Peace!